Hi everybody, welcome back into Universal Beauty, and today we're going to talk about highlighters, and I've got my big shiny gold backdrop here just because it's all about highlighting. And first of all, I think that sometimes people think, why do I need a highlighter? What's it for? Is it necessary? Highlighter used in the right way can really add a very healthy, nice glow to your skin. And it's not just for going out. It actually could be a daily use thing for you. There's just a few certain little guidelines that you may want to stick to. Now, obviously, if you're going out and you really do want to glam it up really big time, you would be much more obvious with it on where you put it on your face. But talking about just the daily look, I have all of my makeup done today. I'm going to be going out, and I thought I would just do a little touch of highlighter. The other day, I was in line at the grocery store, and the checker there said to me, "Oh, what kind of highlighter do you use?" And that day I thought, and I said, "Oh, this one is the Kevyn Aucoin, the Neo highlighter." And she didn't know who Kevyn Aucoin was because she's younger, and I kind of felt like, wow, that's interesting to me because I kind of consider him to be, the premier makeup artist of my life. He really changed the face of a lot of makeup in the 90s, and he's the guy that did all the makeup for the so-called supermodels and all that kind of stuff, but he had such a beautiful approach to skin and making your features perform for you in a way that was so flattering. So it's just such a shame that he's no longer with us because I'm sure he had like a lot more he could have done. But anyway, Kevyn Aucoin, I'll show you what that one looks like, by the way. This is the Neo highlighter. It comes like this, and there it just says Kevyn Aucoin on it. But it's so beautiful because it's like a ombre sort of effect. And it goes from a little bit darker to this peachy, pinky mid-range and to a lighter. And you just, swirl your brush in there to pick up all three and give yourself a little bit. It's so natural and it's so nice. I believe this is like, $58 at Nordstrom's, or I think that's, anyway, the department stores that do carry the Kevyn Aucoin stuff, you can find it there. It's called the Neo highlighter, and it is wonderful. I guess I'll show you a few different other ones. This one is Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this one is Aurora. It's a little bit of an older palette, but you can see they have like there's a purplish one, an apricot one, pearl white, aqua. This one is peach and mint. And those seem like very weird colors, but when done properly, like, why would you put that blue on your face? I'm just going to swatch that for you right now and kind of give you a little idea. See, it doesn't come on blue, and it's blowing out, but there's a shimmer. And it does have a blue undertone to it. So the way to pick out a highlighter, how do I know which one I want for myself? Typically, pale skin tends to look better with the champagne or the kind of apricot based colors. The more your skin leans towards olive and deep is like the more bronzy and the more gold. But usually for most skin tones across the board, all of these can be used if you use a lighter touch. If you're fair and you've got nothing but gold or bronze, if you just use that lighter touch, you can make it work. And same with our olive and deep toned ladies. If you have nothing but champagne, you can absolutely make that look beautiful for yourself. So the best way, the color ways is just to, again, play with things and see where you get before you commit to buying something that's too expensive and then you regret it. There's let me see, there's cream highlighter, there is a liquid highlighter. I'll show you a few examples. Okay, this one here is from Benefit, and this is called What's Up, and it's really a great little thing. It just comes up like this, and it's in the stick. You can see this is that peachy champagne color, and you could apply this or you can put it on your finger and apply it, And once you get it on there, then at the other side there's this little sponge where you can work it in if you need to. So that's kind of a fun little tool if you are, you know, dubious about you know, getting started. It's a good place to start. This one also, same kind of thing. This one's from Ulta Beauty. It's just called a face highlighting color stick. And I don't know the prices of these offhand, but this one is the same way. It screws up like that, and they're virtually identical in color. This one is called Pixie Dust, and Watts Up only comes one way. There's no specific color to it. This one doesn't have the little sponge on the bottom, but that's what they look like. Other than that, these are liquids, and these are called Liquid Glow, and this is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and they come in these. This one here is, again, pretty much that same color we were just looking at. It's called Oyster. And this one here is called Bronzed, and you can see how that's more of a coppery hue to that one. Then I know that I've showed these to you guys before. These are the Cover FX drops, and probably not great for a beginner, but once you get to know what you're doing, these are great. Okay, so there is like a pearl. There's a coppery bronze. This one has a hint of lilac and iridescence to it, and then this one is kind of pink. I think I have another one here that's just called Moon Dust or Moonlight. And it looks more like this. So that's the difference, okay? All of these are great. I love Cover FX, but like I say, if you're not really in a place where you can really know your way around a highlighter, that might not be the best place to start. The other thing that I've been using lately is this Hyper Real Glow from MAC. This is a really nice product because it's like getting 3-in-1. This one is kind of the rose gold palette, and these colors are called Flash and Awe, Rosy Glow, and Light of the Party. So you can see this one's pretty golden bronze. This one is kind of you know, rose gold, and this one, it's pretty light. It's reading a little more a little darker on camera than it actually is. So anyway, when you're applying these, you can use your fingers, or you can use like straight from the stick like that. Or if you're going to use brushes, these are the kind of brushes that are usually pretty good for highlighting. They sort of have like a domed top, and where you can just get right in there depending on what you want to highlight. The smaller one is usually, this is the one that I use pretty much every day. And anyway, this is what they look like. This is a Japanesque brush. This one is a Elf, and this one is Real Techniques. Plenty of others. Everybody's got a highlighting brush. Okay, where do I put highlighter? Now, this is something to pay attention to, because if you over highlight your face, it can tend to look like sweaty and not glowing. So you want to use a light hand. It is a different thing if you're going out for an evening of in the club under the disco ball, and you really do want that, you know, highlighter looking like it's, you can see it from outer space. That's a different story. We're just kind of, again, we're talking about daily or just for an evening out. Nothing too crazy. Gosh, I do have like tons of other highlighters here. This one is Dior. This one is Night Diamond, and that's a really pretty pale yellow kind of a color. This is the Too Faced Erica Jane collab of How Many F's Do I Give? This one is Money Honey, where you can mix this together. It's got the champagne and over the peach, and you can use them singularly or apart. This one is the Vlada Smashbox collab, and I just love the packaging so much, that beautiful rose, and it is kind of a rose gold. Also pretty great. There's an Ed Bess one that is just real coppery, that's gorgeous. Yeah, without dragging everything in the world out here, there's so many ways to go. The place to apply it is always on your cheekbones. This is where you want to, and take your hands and just feel where your bones are. And that is where they would be. Now, you don't want to get highlighter too close up under your eye, Or if you're, if you have fine lines, it'll tend to settle there and you're just going to really age yourself. You want this to be a youthful glow. So a rule of thumb is if you have your finger and you go like this, you don't want it going up any higher than this. You want it to stay here on your cheekbone. That is literally your cheekbone. So feel it first, feel where the bones are, and that's where you're going to begin. And you can also highlight under the arch of your brows. It is kind of an 80s look, but it doesn't have to be blinding again, because you don't need to carve out every single angle of your face. Now, highlighting, of course, brings everything, it makes it brighter and higher. And contouring, of course, is a shadow that brings things in and down. So the two go hand in hand. But you do not have to have mastered contouring in order to have success with a highlighter. So don't worry, you don't have to do both. You just want to be very careful. And some people do a little highlight over the Cupid's bow of their lips, and that's quite pretty. A touch maybe on the forehead, and some people do in the tip of your nose. Not really necessary. Sometimes that is really a little more evening. Daytime, I think you just hit the cheekbones, maybe under your brows, and here. You could highlight the chin if you wanted to, and of course your shoulders here, if you're out. But to make it last all day, again, I always tell you guys how I don't have time to keep checking my look in the mirror all day, every day. So there is kind of a little three-step method that you really can lock it down and have it there all day long. And it'll be like, okay, let's go ahead and just try it. I'm going to take this Ulta Beauty Face Highlighting Color Stick, and this is in the color Pixie Dust, like we said. And these are the ones that just come up and down like that. So what I usually will do, take my ring finger, and I'm going to just put a little on there. Same with my other ring finger. Ring fingers are great because there's just not as much tension, so it's easier to get a much lighter touch with that. So I'm going to look away here because I need this mirror, but again, I have found my cheekbones. They're right here, and I'm gently patting that. Now, you don't want to come in too close. You're kind of staying outer and going up, okay? And you can kind of see that lays down just a little bit of glow there. Okay, so just lightly patting that on your cheekbones. Okay. All right, and this is, again, this is a three-step process. It's not super necessary, but if you really want it to stay. Now I move on to one of these liquids, Liquid Glow. I'm going to use the one in the color called Oyster, which is very similar to that. And this is Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now I use the tiniest bit on here. Do you see how there's barely any on my finger? Like, this would last me the rest of my natural life. I put my two ring fingers together like this just to distribute the product. Okay, and now I'm going kind of back over that, and again, very light touch, and I'm just going to that outer edge, and putting that glow up there. And take your middle finger to just kind of pat the product in. You can lay it down with your ring finger, and then just because I don't want it sitting on there wet. All right. So let that dry down for a minute, and you can already see there's the glow. There it is. And I finish off with powder. I'm going to use this MAC Hyper Real Glow, and I'm going to take this. Well, let's see. I think I'll use this Japanesque brush just for the sake of ease. And oh, sorry about the mirror there. Okay. I think I'm going to go into this middle color here, this one, and that one is the one that's called Rosy Glow. All right. Just get a little on your brush and knock off the excess. Okay. Now you're going to come in here and just kind of give it a little right over the top of what you've been doing. And there, see that? Now, you can just dust a little here. Not necessary to do the tip of your nose, but you could. Chin, but look at what it does. Gives you a little bit on the Cupid's bow too. Now, I can take this Real Techniques brush, that's the smaller one, go back into the product, and I can just come right under my eyebrow to highlight that under the brow bone as well. All right, so that really is kind of all there is to it. And you can see that I've got a glow here, but it's not like it's visible from outer space. It's pretty contained, and it's just like it's sort of as elevated, made my face look a little fresher. So, okay, are we ready for the surprise? I'm having a great time using this particular MAC palette. It's really nice because it's like 3 products for the price of 1. And these, you know, last a long time. That's the side. I don't know if they go all the way to the bottom. I don't know how deep the pans are, but you don't need much of this stuff. So here you've got 3 really lovely choices. And okay, so the surprise is this one is mine. I'm going to be giving this one away, and this is the gold one. But as I said, it has 3 colors like that. I don't want to open it up because I want the pleasure of that to be for our winner, so that they can open it themselves. But this one has more golden tones to it, and this one is called Get It Glowin'. And this one, the rosy one, I don't remember what this one is called. Anyway, if you go on the MAC website and you just type in Hyperreal, these will come up. There's 4 different ones. Anyway, this is the one that's called Get It Glowin'. So to win this, all you have to do is be subscribed to my channel, follow me on Instagram at Mermaid Universal Beauty, and leave a comment down below just about anything. Just say hi, or tell me what highlighters you like to use, or if you are planning on getting started with them. And anyway, next Saturday we'll go ahead and draw a name like we do, and somebody will win this beautiful palette. I'm going to open and show you the one that I'm using so you get the idea of what that's like. Again, it comes with 3 colors. 3 different colors, and again, it's kind of goes from the lightest to the medium to the dark, so you can have a lot of fun playing with these. And they are a good, well, you know, for you it's going to be free, but I think they're a great value for money for anybody else. If you don't win and you do want to try something, it's like getting 3 for the price of 1 with this. This is the one that you will win, and it is the, woo, there. This one is the gold colors. So this should be pretty good. Anyway, go ahead and enter. Please do subscribe. Hit the little notification bell if you would still like to be informed when I do uploads. And I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, please give it a thumbs up and share it. I will love your comments and know what you think about highlighting. If you're going to try it, again, to win the palette, you just be subscribed here on Instagram at Mermaid Universal Beauty and leave a comment. And then next Saturday we'll go ahead and put everybody's name in the big jar, and we will draw for another winner. So good luck, everybody, and I hope that this, you know, is something that you'll try. I'd love to see, you know, anything that you come up with. Show me on Instagram or anything. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Sparkle hard, everybody. See you later. Bye.